Hey, best friends. Welcome to episode 2 of the Teacher's Lounge. I am Bree, Honest Teacher Vibes.
I'm Rebecca Rogers, or Our Rogers World.
I'm Miss Southern. I don't know how to
Wait, are we doing our last names or are we doing our first names?
Bro, just say something so the
I'm
people
Miss
know
Rogers.
who you are. Y'all are such teachers.
Hi, my lovely
America's sweetheart down there, we didn't hear you.
My name's Miss Southern.
Why you whisper like that? Come here, little girl. Let me whisper. I hate that. Get out of my head.
People these days don't know the good songs that came out when we were in like 10th grade, 8th grade.
Hey, y'all remember?
I was in 5th when you were in 10th grade.
Okay, Addison Rae just played the song Replay by Zendaya and was like, I love this song. And I'm like, do you guys not know what that song is?
I don't know what you talking about.
I know what song you're talking about.
Okay.
I hate it here.
We just said we knew what you were talking about.
The disrespect, okay? I don't like your words have meaning, okay? Words hurt.
I just made a TikTok about that.
Words hurt.
Matter.
I know.
Words matter.
Like some of the stuff these kids be saying.
Oh
Rude.
my gosh.
Some of y'all wasn't raised right, and it shows.
Not even just rude, but just outlandish. So I have one story a very short story from a teacher.
I love when you
said,
tell stories.
Me?
You're
It's very
so
short.
animated.
Why did your voice get so deep?
Because I got a deep voice, Kinsey. Dude, why does my watch keep telling me to stand up? I'm like, I don't need you to coach me, okay? I know I'm a couch potato.
You've been sitting for too long. It's time to stand.
Mind your dang business.
It's just telling me to breathe. It's
Right.
stressed me
I
out.
always think that it's like, oh, someone texted me. Nope. Breathe. Oh, well, can it like sense when you're like stressed out? Because I feel like that's when.
It reads your heart rate.
Hey, wiretap. Am I stressed?
I saw this meme and it was like
just
30 years ago, everyone's like, oh, the government's listening in on us. And then like now today it's, hey, wiretap. Do birds eat pancakes? Or something like that.
Facts on top of facts. All right, tell us some crazy stuff your kids said.
Very short story. This one teacher submitted a story saying that she was sitting at her desk and a kid just comes up to her and goes, Miss Rogers, well, she's my name, Miss Rogers, we have a problem. And she goes, oh, okay, what's going on? I don't mean to alarm you, but the moon is out. And she said, okay. And she goes, it's daytime.
Oh my gosh.
And she said, yes. And she goes, the moon is not supposed to be out. She looked at her. She goes, you're 16 years old.
Okay.
You've never seen the moon out during the daytime? She had to then stop class and give an entire lesson about, yes, you can see the moon
She a real
during the daytime.
And they want to know why we're not teaching the standards.
I know.
I got to teach about the moon being out.
Like, why?
What's the purpose of putting the standards on the board? That's a waste of my time. That's for you in county office when you come in. Them kids don't care what the standards say.
I just found out yesterday that I'm the only one in my department that actually does that. Like, just hands down. Because I was like, oh, I think I'm going to put the standards right here. And my friends were like, why? And
Total
I'm like,
anarchy.
What?
Okay, also back to the moon real quick. Remember when we were kids, we used to be looking behind us trying to figure out why the moon was following us in the
Yes.
car? Mom, it's following us.
Yeah.
Run for your lives. I don't know why the moon.
My mom told me it was because I was special.
Oh, that's so cute.
America's sweetheart, guys.
Yikes.
She's
Okay,
special.
well, I'm about to tell you a very not sweetheart story.
Oh,
Disrespectful.
Warning, this is inappropriate language. So
Are you going to say a dirty word?
I am.
You're a
gosh,
bad
Miss
influence.
Southern.
I know. You know what? I said the F word on TikTok and people lost their mind.
I saw that and I was like,
I thought people were kind about
No,
it.
most of them. Yeah, I delete the mean comments as soon as they come in. For the most
you
part.
need to just filter. Just use word filters.
Yeah, I could.
So she can say the F word, but the comments can't? Filtered.
Yeah. No, just kidding. Block.
Censored.
No, one of like my old students was like, "Is this how it works? This shit was so fucking funny," or something like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, "Shit, yeah, it is."
Not shit, yeah. I thought it was fuck yeah.
They already
Shit, yeah, it is. You don't even cuss right, Kinsey. Dang.
She doesn't know.
Okay, all right. So this doesn't have. You'll see. Actually,
Okay.
just listen.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready.
my first year of teaching, right? My whole thing is like, oh crap moments.
Right.
You guys have them too. You just
Right,
call
right.
them something different, but every teacher can relate to it. Like,
Yes.
Right.
you're just like, no one trained me for this.
No
what the
one.
hell? So I was teaching a lesson, and then it was back to school night or home. What's it called?
open house.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Home.
That's what happens when you
Homecoming.
quit school. You forget what it's called.
Yes.
What is the name of that?
Like what?
Home.
Open house.
So I was asking my kids, my 4th graders, what they wanted to be when they grew up. So they all wrote it down on pieces of paper to give to me, and I did a really cute art project with them. So one of my girls comes up to me, and she's like, Miss Southard, what is a cock? And I was like,
Oh, no.
what? And she goes, a cock. What's a cock? Like, if I want to be a cock, what is that? And I'm like, I'm just like sweating now. I'm like, can you please stop saying that? Like, I need to know where this word is. Like,
Okay.
where are you seeing this? And so she like gets out like the paper and shows me. It said cook. They wanted to be a cook.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I was like, it's a cook. And she goes, oh, that makes sense. And walks away. And I'm like,
Was this a kindergartner?
no, it was a 4th grader.
4th grader? They know dang
Oh
well
my
what that word
God.
is. Disrespectful.
I know.
Disrespectful. Y'all, sometimes the kids say crazy things, but sometimes they say really creepy things. So this kid raised their hand, and because their teacher was like, why are you so sleepy? Why are you not paying attention? She was like, I couldn't sleep last night because my aunt was in the kitchen. Or if you're from, super country, you say aunt. She's like, my aunt was in the kitchen making all kind of noise and she wouldn't be quiet. And the teacher was like, okay, well, maybe next time. I can't even get this story out. Sorry. She was like, next time, maybe just ask her to be quiet. The kid goes, well, I mean, I can't really ask her to be quiet because she's, dead. Get out of my class right now and go to the counselor. If you're talking to, I see dead people.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
That movie messed me.
Yeah. Y'all, I cannot believe some of the movies our parents let us watch when we were kids.
Right?
Seriously, that movie is very creepy.
What movie was that?
The
Sixth
Sixth Sense.
Sense.
Okay, I've never seen that, but now I'm into horror movies. But the one that really messed me up was The Nun.
I cannot. Oh my gosh. No.
Man, you really just went. You're like, I don't watch horror movies, but I watched
No,
The
like
Nun.
when I
You
was
went
like,
for it.
She
no,
did go for it, didn't she? Nosedive.
I meant more like when I was younger.
You watched The Nun when you were young?
The Nun only came out a few years ago.
She's like, I thought it was a good Christian movie.
You're so disturbed.
the little Jewish girl.
Oh my gosh, Rebecca.
No, but like
We're getting canceled for here.
Man, we getting canceled. She's Jewish, y'all. Okay, calm down. Oh, was I supposed to tell everybody? You're
I don't
Jewish?
care.
I'm black.
No, everyone always asks. Just to clarify, if we need to talk about it, I am ethnically Jewish, but like religiously I'm Christian. It's like a whole thing. It's okay.
Now
We're
people
fine.
are gonna be in the comments arguing,
I don't care. Let them
For
argue.
the
It
love.
means boosting.
boosting. That sound like your car getting jumped off. Hey man, give me a boost. Sound like your battery died.
No, that's what it's called. You
What were
boost
we
a
even
boost.
talking about before we got
We're
on this
talking about
tangent?
scary
Focus.
movies.
Can we? Okay, I'm
Nun.
scared of scary movies, so can we keep it moving? I'm
Wait,
a
so
chicken.
Scary movies
I want to
now.
watch The Sixth Sense with you guys tonight.
No, we're
No, we
not
need to
watching
watch
that
The Nun
tonight.
tonight.
We sure in the hell ain't watching The Nun tonight. There will be the love of Christ compels you because we ain't watching
My
that.
friend Tiffany and I, we watched, since we got older, we watched the scary movies together, especially the Conjuring series. But after the Nun,
What
we
is
were
wrong
like,
with y'all?
I don't know.
Why-
That one
why-
messed
why-
us up a lot.
I'm not watching no scary movies like that. The devil is a whole lie. I ain't watching
Okay,
it.
I'll do. So after we watched the movie, I went home and Avery wasn't home,
Oh,
and
no.
so I
Oh,
didn't know.
no.
So
No,
my
ma'am.
cats don't go outside. So the most they go outside is either a screened-in porch, but at the old house it was the garage. They just sitting in the garage, and I didn't know he put them in the garage.
Oh, my gosh.
So I was home alone. And the lighting in the house was really awful. And so I'm sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I see the garage door slowly creep
What?
open.
What? What? No,
In
ma'am.
my heart, I thought, oh my God, this is it. I'm about to
No,
die.
ma'am. Black folks, we would have been gone already. As soon as that door started to move, we was out the door, in the car, down the road. We
Okay,
ain't
wait.
coming back.
When you guys shower, do you ever just peep outside of the curtain
Yeah.
to make sure anyone's there? Or if you're washing your hair, you open an eye really quick.
Don't let you hear a sound. You be having soap all in your eyes.
I've never done that.
What?
Must be nice.
You live in a safe. You live in a safe. You're safe in your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
I be paranoid as soon as I close my eyes. I think Freddie or Jason trying to kill me. I'm like, they not gonna get me while I'm in the shower, nigga.
See, I'm more moving around my house at night. Like, I'll, like, peep around the corner. Like, if I turn a light off, I'm going to look behind me.
Man, I run upstairs.
Yeah, you run. What?
Maybe that's like our innate danger meter or whatever.
You don't have one. You give your number to strangers.
Hold on. You know what? Y'all gonna get off me about that, okay? I'm just a friendly person. You know what I'm saying? I still see myself as non-social media famous. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a snob, so I'm like, yeah, let's be friends. But then they be crazy. So.
I would never give my number out regardless.
You know what? You guys can kick rocks. You guys are mean.
It's not that.
You guys are mean.
We are Hobbs people. Like, you're a John Locke
Hobbs?
person. It's
What?
a social studies
How dare
thing.
you call me that? I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's a social studies thing. Like, in the Enlightenment, there was
She's
Thomas
teaching
Hobbes,
us.
Oh
and
my
there was
God.
John Locke.
Okay, I'm bored already.
And John Locke was like, people are innately good. They can
Oh,
grow.
no.
They can learn. That's you.
I
And
do.
then
First of
we
all, I
are-
watch too many crime shows to think that people are innately good. No,
You
ma'am.
just give your number out to people.
They ain't gonna kill me because they got my phone number. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all the kind of people that's scared to answer the phone for numbers you don't see. What they gonna do? They gonna jump
Wait,
through the
you
phone and
answer
kill
those?
What is wrong with y'all? Who? I don't know if it's
Do
my
you also
doctor.
answer the door when someone knocks and you
Hell
don't know
no.
who's supposed to be there?
Absolutely not.
Good. At least you have a boundary. I'm
A
proud of you.
boundary.
You know what? I grew up in the hood, so I ain't scared of the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen? What you gonna do
Well, it's
if
more
you
like
got my phone number?
if it's
Nothing.
not a number you recognize, it's probably a telemarketer.
Not always though. Sometimes it be the doctor.
Well,
Call
then
me.
they can leave a message.
They don't be leaving me. You know what? I don't gotta justify myself. Y'all don't pay no bills at my house. Hell, nah. Go on now. Somebody say when black people say go on now, we trying to give you a chance to get out of our face before we snap on you. All right now. I said go on now. If you hear a black person say all right now or go on now, you got about 3 seconds to get up out their face before they start swinging on you. That's for free. I'm just trying to look out
Have
for you,
you-
best friend.
Have you ever had a weird interaction with someone that knew you?
No.
What do you mean, like a weird
Like-
interaction?
Okay, for example.
Elaborate.
Not weird. Okay, what gets me is I will have a full conversation with someone and then they will find me on social media and be like, I knew that was you. And I'm like, why wouldn't you say anything?
No, my best friends be like, hey, best friend. I be like, hey, best friend, you want my phone number? All I'm saying is I'm just as excited to see them as they are to see me. But
And
now
that's
I realize
awesome.
I can't get my phone number.
I'm
out no
excited
more.
to see everyone too, but I'm not going to be like, want to come to my house?
I don't invite them to my. You know what? You know what? This is fine. Okay, I'm just gonna sit over here.
It's just stranger
Ain't gonna say nothing
danger.
else.
Like, would you want Peyton to give out her contact information for people to find her?
How is somebody gonna find you from your phone number? My
People can phone books and phone books are a thing. We talked about this.
bruh, I ain't most people ain't gonna. They don't know how to search through the phone book because nobody really has a phone
Okay,
book.
I will say,
Except for Gertrude and them. That's the only people.
So, that stuff is public information, and a lot of people don't know that. I literally had someone email me saying, oh, because of your video, I know your full name, and now I know where you live. And
Okay,
I
well,
was
pull up
that's
then.
weird.
Pull
That's
up then.
weird.
Maybe that's my hood
I do
side.
not participate in this. Do not pull up.
No, I'm just
Do
saying.
not.
Maybe that's my.
Do
Kizzy,
not.
do not pull up.
I'm
Please
not
do
down.
not come
All
to my
I'm
house.
saying is, I grew up in the hood. You ain't gonna run up on me, okay? So pull up if you want to and see what happens. I ain't gonna be suburban.
Let's be
no
real.
more.
You're going to go hide in your
You're
house
right,
and
you're
call
right.
us.
100%. Somebody's here.
She's gonna come into the house. Beck, someone's Brie, I'm across the country from you.
You better teleport here right now.
I think they're real. If you listen to us talk, who would you think the toughest out of all of us really would be? Brie. You would think it would be Brie,
But the reality is, the toughest out of all of us is Rebecca.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
the
the
feisty
reality.
one.
Feisty,
Yeah.
I cracked my
feisty
knuckles.
pants.
No.
You know what? I
know.
talk. Let's be real about how I talk a good game, but I can't fight.
Scaredy cat.
Hey, one of these parents came to parent teacher conference, and I think they had on a shirt that was a very explicit shirt, and I was like, man, they look like they could fight. I ain't saying nothing to them. You can wear whatever you want to, ma'am. I was like, if you look like somebody that can't fight, sir, can I talk to you for a minute? You can't wear that here. Somebody who can fight, girl, you could be naked if you want to. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't saying nothing to that. People will knock you out. I cannot fight.
If it's my kids, like if I know them, I'm like, "Where's your clothes?"
Now my students, ain't nobody scared of them. They can't wipe their butt if they mama them out of toilet paper. So I'm not scared of them. I said what I said. I'm talking about some of their parents be looking real scary.
I don't think I've ever had that problem.
Do y'all teach in the suburbs?
I have experienced that.
Okay. Do you teach
Legally,
in
I'm
the
not allowed to
suburbs?
talk about it.
My school has very like.
You're not even a teacher anymore, bro.
I know. I have to wait for the trial to be done. I'm not kidding.
What trial?
Not with me, but with the parent that was scary.
Oh
They
my
got a trial.
gosh!
Hold on, Miss Southern.
Wait
You
a
ain't just gonna
second.
throw that out there like that.
I know. I can't talk about it.
Okay, can we talk about it after?
But later.
How you gonna bring? You know what? I hate people be like, I gotta tell you something. Then they
It's
be
like
like,
the
never
part
mind.
2.
Yeah, never mind.
We're gonna have to come back to this in a future month.
I know.
gosh.
I know. Okay, let's help some teachers out here. How do you deal with these moments of like, what the heck is happening? With the things kids say.
You know what? Sometimes after work, I drink tequila, and but most of the time, I roast them back. What you say? What you say? Okay, your grades down here, but your attitude up here. As Lachey Greenwood would say, I'm gonna need you to bring that attitude on down the match. Now, I would like to say that I don't do that in real life, but I do.
Yes.
Because the kids are mean, man. They'll just say whatever they're thinking.
I feel like my initial gut reaction is to always like come back, and I've learned that you cannot do that.
She's a
because
good
sometimes-
teacher. I'm not.
Sometimes I don't know.
I'd be like, what you say?
I've heard some
What you
kids-
say? Say it again. I bet you ain't gonna say it to my face.
Well, I have to like take a deep breath and take like 5 seconds to just think, do I really want to go down this route? Do I really want to? I don't know. Just take a second, deep breath, and then respond. And you can choose if you want it to be a snarky response or not. But just think about it.
But
Don't you love how
usually-
in new teacher orientation they're like, don't be sarcastic with the kids.
Kids
there a
like
nice way
that.
to be?
Ma'am. Somebody from county office one time was like, and don't raise your voice at the kid. Girl, I couldn't even get through that statement she made without laughing. Me and like 5 other teachers bust out laughing. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But you crazy. Because who don't raise their voice? You ain't been in the classroom since Jesus and Moses came down off the mountain with them 10 commandments. So shut up.
That's exactly what I tell new teachers is that your professors are like, this is the best way to do this
Dude.
and blah, blah, blah.
Oh
Maybe
my
30 years
gosh.
ago, but not right now. Like, I'm
The
sure you were a
disconnect.
great teacher
No.
30 years ago.
We ain't hating on college professors, but we is a little bit. Because these folks be having unrealistic expectations like that teacher.
Yes.
The teacher that won his schedule changed.
Yes.
Tell that story.
Okay, so
Miss Rogers got a story.
this first year teacher,
The audacity.
beginning teacher,
The
came
audacity.
into school and on the first work day went to their department chair and was like, I don't like the schedule that you gave me. Like, I want
I
something
would
different. I want
never.
all
I would
honors
never
classes.
have. I would never have done
No.
that.
I would be so scared of
He wanted
Stephanie.
all honors classes.
all honors classes and some AP if they were available, but I'm not teaching the schedule that you gave me. And she looked at him. She goes, we're in a hiring freeze. You're lucky you have a job,
Okay.
but if you don't like the classes that you've been given, I'll find someone else who is
Okay.
thankful for these classes.
Right.
And he got a little bit embarrassed, tucked the tail between his legs,
Right.
as he should.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you don't come telling them what you gonna teach.
So he decided to just go and sit out in one of their little, I guess it's like a workroom area. We call them workrooms at my school,
Yeah.
but the little area because he didn't want to be around the other teachers.
I like
'cause he was
don't know where this
embarrassed.
is going.
And he, all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, the department chair comes in screaming, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Apparently, the plug he took out of the wall to plug in his laptop was the router for the school Wi-Fi.
In the
And
entire
the
school.
entire school was out of
Oh.
internet.
Rookie.
And it took like 3 hours to reboot.
Amateur.
On
he
the
get
first work
fired?
days. No, I don't think they got fired, but can you imagine? Like,
Teachers,
that's...
we can't afford to fire nobody.
No.
We ain't got no teachers.
You're
Can you
not
imagine
wrong.
that being your first day, pissing
I
off
would
the
have been
department chair
mortified.
and the whole school
I would have quit.
on
I
the
would've
first
been-
day?
I would have been absolutely mortified. I would have hidden my classroom for the rest of the school year.
So BTs, make sure that you keep a level head because they don't owe you nothing.
Dang, they really don't. Shoot, should have fired them on
No.
the spot. Who do you? That's what college do to you. College make you think you just come in and tell the folks what you're gonna teach. Sit your ass down.
That is true.
Absolutely not. That's
No.
crazy. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way I hear people talk to principals, I'm like, so you don't need a job.
No.
So you rich.
Yeah.
So you can afford to get fired.
Literally,
Right.
Okay,
when my
then.
department chair is like, okay, we're about to do class requests, I'm like, literally, just give me what you need. Please, dear God, don't give me economics because I can't do math for my life.
Dude, when
But
I sub for a
whatever you
math
need.
class and they'd be like, Miss Richardson, can you help me with this?
No.
You better call your mama. Because I don't know nothing about that algebra.
I
Okay.
get kids on live all the time that are like, I need help with math. I'm like, I'm not the person to ask. I
Right,
don't
right.
know why.
You ain't even in the right class. This is not
No.
math.
It's
It-
on live. Like, I'm literally just, like, answering questions on live. I'm
Dude,
like,
if we end up having to go virtual, I'm gonna be teaching on TikTok live because I know my kids ain't gonna show up. I'm like, this year I will chase you down, okay? Because y'all can't afford to miss no more school, baby. I will pull up at your house and ask you why you ain't on this computer because I didn't laid eyes on all of y'all already. So it ain't like last year where I ain't know what you look like. Okay, I will come to your house.
I've had so many kids come to open house the other day that just, like, show up in my room and they're like, I'm here. And I'm like,
Who
who are you? I was in your class last semester. Well, you didn't turn your camera on.
Right.
How am I
I ain't
supposed to
never
know
seen
what
you
you look
before.
like? I don't know.
And that mean you failed if you still here, so you should have turned your camera on.
Well, I teach freshmen. It's freshmen.
Okay.
So, like, they're now sophomores. So proud of my babies. But, like, they're like, I just, what? I'm proud of them. I just love them.
Miss Rogers, listen.
I mean, I'll roast the crap out of them, but I love
You
them
know
to
what?
death.
I really feel like teachers, sometimes we get judged for things because people are detached because they're not classroom teachers, so they don't understand the things that we deal with. And there's some teachers that are snooty
Yes.
and are like, I can't believe you joke with your kids like that. Okay, Susan,
That's
your
why
kids
they don't
probably don't like you, so
Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Oh, I hate that. I hate
You're not
that.
wrong.
shut up.
Boom.
Sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me frustrated. Like one time I posted on my Instagram stories and was talking about how one of my kids had said something crazy and it had just been a crazy day. And I was like, I need wine. And this teacher gonna comment talking about I just don't think we should perpetuate the stereotype that teachers need to drink to survive.
But we
My
do.
favorite parents are the ones who gift alcohol.
Yes.
Yes.
They get
Oh,
it.
Thank you.
They know.
They
know.
get it.
They
It's not like
absolutely
I'm
know.
drinking like while I'm teaching.
Hold
Okay.
on, kids. I need to go take a shot.
Oh,
I
I think we
knew
would be a lot happier if we
I knew a teacher that did that.
Did they
What?
get fired?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
So, long story short, I hope I'm allowed to talk about this.
You got it.
She-
You don't
You're
work
not
there
a
anymore.
teacher and you don't work there anymore.
That's true. It wasn't at my school. It was a different
Oh.
school. But she dropped her Coca-Cola can in the cafeteria, and some parents were like, "Oh my gosh, we'll help you. Like, let's clean it up." And they took a towel to clean it up, and it was beer at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And they went to the principal and was like, "This is not Coke. Like, this
Yeah,
is beer."
smell this towel.
Yeah. So then they searched her classroom, and there were just cans of beer everywhere.
Stop playing.
What? What grade did she teach?
Fifth. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's almost as bad as the substitute teacher that brought a wine cooler in her lunchbox and was drinking it in the middle of class. The teacher across the hall came in and was like, because the kids were really loud,
Yeah.
and she was like, hey. And she walked in and she's like, hey, you can't drink that here. She was like, it's just like juice. It's just a sparkling cider or whatever. And the woman was like, girl, that's a whole wine cooler. You can't drink that in here. She gonna say, I didn't know it had alcohol in it. Girl, do I look like I was going on
Oh, okay.
yesterday?
Wait, I have a story. So a kid in my class was talking to another student in a different class, and he was like, hey, if I can like chug a whole Capri Sun, tomorrow you have to bring me one of your sparkling waters. You know the Dasani sparkling
yeah,
waters?
yes.
So the little boy was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, do it. Like, so he chugs something, I don't know, Capri Sun. So the next day, he brings him a sparkling water. And before class starts, my little guy is chugging it because he's so excited. And he comes to class and he goes to the bathroom like 4 times in like 30 minutes. And he comes back in and I'm like, is everything okay? And he just like looks at me and then he's like, yeah. And he sits down and the principal calls me. And the principal was like, you need to send him down to my office right now. And I was like, okay, like sends
What
him
grade
down.
is
This was 3rd.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sends him down to the office. My principal comes to me and he says, so they brought a seltzer to class and another teacher saw them throw it away in the trash can. So he chugged a seltzer before class started and he had to go to
third grader?
He didn't know. He thought it was the Dasani sparkling waters.
Shoot.
Oh my
Gotta
gosh.
be careful with that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
They called the parent. This is the best. They called the parent, and the parent was like, "Well, is he fine? It's a
Oh my
dad."
God, bro.
And,
Oh my
and
God.
my principal was like, "I mean, yeah, he's just going to the bathroom a lot." And he was like, "Then he's good.
Oh my
Parents,
gosh.
then he's
Yeah,
good.
he's fine."
What?
I was like, "All right, that's a dad for you."
Actually,
Yo.
I did know at one of the schools I was observing for in college so I obviously observed with like the socialized teachers, but the health teacher was doing their unit on like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
he had like the breathalyzers, and one kid blew like a high number, and they like couldn't figure it out, and they like brought him to the principal's office and called the parents, and they couldn't figure out, like they thought maybe it's just a faulty breathalyzer, so they used another one because they're like, something, we can't just like let it go. And no, he kept blowing this really high number, and this kid would get Starbucks every day and then pour a shot
Oh
in
my
it every day, and would just be drinking
Classic.
in class coffee and whatever alcohol, like just a
Classic.
shot of alcohol.
Did you guys ever do
every
anything
class.
like that?
No. Like,
I was like, oh, Kenzie. That was like a resounding no. Kenzie's like,
all right, well.
And oop. Y'all,
Not my
one time-
people.
I don't know if I could. Well, this isn't my story. Somebody sent it to me, but they had a 6th grader who brought their parents edibles to school. I don't know. The jury is still out on whether the kid knew they were edibles or if he thought they were like legit brownies. But he was like sharing is caring, bro. He gave them edibles to like 3 of them kids was high as some kites.
oh my gosh. Oh
Bro,
my
I
gosh.
can't
That
imagine.
teacher said they called the parent and was like, "Hey, so your kid at school higher than a kite because they brought you
Holy
edibles
moly.
to school." The parent was more upset that the kid took their edibles and now they gotta get some more. Sir,
Oh.
sir.
I've only had like 2 real experiences with not with edibles or anything, and with my students, but with vapes. And so
Oh yeah,
I
the
know
kids think they're real cool
yeah,
with vaping.
they
It's so
do.
stupid.
And so my first year, I remember within the first week, like obviously the kids try to test you, especially when freshmen, new to high school,
Right.
and as a new teacher.
Right.
And so I just remember walking into my room after lunch, and it just smelled like Fruit Loops. And I know like all the kids were ready.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were just looking for a reaction out of me. And so I just took my 2 seconds to process. And I just
You're
looked at
so
them.
good. I would have snapped on them as
I
soon as I
said,
walked in.
if
What the hell is going on in here?
I said, if I ever smell that again in this room, we're going to have some major problems. You have about 30 seconds while I go get some water to fix it, or we're going to have some problems. And I never had that problem again. But I always have my kids do current events. And one of the current events was about how I think it was like 1 cartridge of the vapes was equal to however many packs of nicotine or something like that.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
My kids started freaking out because they had no
They
idea.
don't
Because
know.
it was
And I'm like,
marketed as
what?
like this
It's
safe
this fun
thing.
thing.
That is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And a lot of those kids are having like lung
Yeah.
issues and stuff like that. Y'all better quit playing. Stop smoking them vapes.
It's
Okay.
so
It's
unhealthy.
weird to
Say
me
no
when
to drugs.
grown adults, like that's a red flag for me.
When an adult vapes.
Yeah, like if a man was trying to date me and he vaped,
No.
no, that's a red flag.
No.
They're going to all be in your DMs, Miss Southern.
I know they'd be like, "How dare you?"
Dude, the amount of ridiculous stuff that people send to our DMs, bro.
It's so
Like,
it's so
I do what I
gross.
want. Mind your dang business. Okay?
It just doesn't make sense because you love us, follow us. If you don't,
Then don't.
Yeah. I mean,
I
we're
also-
real people, y'all. Dang. Y'all don't see the little snippet that you see of us on the internet is not our entire life.
No.
So don't be
absolutely not.
hateful in the DMs. Not my people. My best friends don't be like that. But
I get the weirdest. You do too. We
Y'all
just
get
get
some-
really cringy
y'all get
things.
some very
There's like it's like 2 ends of the spectrum. You get like creepy
feet picture
creepy
requests.
people.
ugh.
I'll never forget. Okay, I don't know if this is appropriate or not.
Hurry
But my husband was trying to help me with my message requests, and he goes, "Someone sent you a photo. It might be like a fan art." And I was like, "No,
Uh,
don't open it." And he goes, "Oh my god!"
okay, and
What is that?
On that note,
on that note,
we can go more into that next time.
okay, once again, thank y'all for hanging out with us on episode 2 of the Teacher's Lounge. We will be back next week for some more foolishness. I am Honest Teacher Vibes,
I'm Miss Rogers.
I'm Miss Southern.
and we will see y'all next time.
Bye, my lovelies.